Do you really see us, Drifter? But we are ghosts. No one ever sees our balloon. Well, almost. My name is Flying...
And I'm Dutchman.
Well, since you can actually see us, we'd like to be friends with you and help you somehow. Head north to 3 Whales. All newbies have to introduce themselves to the mayor. Do you need anything else? A cannon? Yeah, newbies all love cannons. We'll look for something for you from above. When we find something, we'll let you know. We'll be seeing each other quite a bit now, Drifter. We are always glad to see you.
Captain, the hull is damaged. We've got nothing to repair it.
Without damaging the contents. I'm dying to know what's inside.
The berth is closed.
I'm Sergeant Harkins, Deputy Sheriff. You handled the Sharkies well. It was fun to watch. City of 3 Whales is open to you, Captain, unless you get yourself blacklisted. You can visit the mayor, the sheriff, the post office, and the trade post. I'm the mayor of 3 Whales. My name is Rudy J. Glad to greet a free captain. If you promise to participate in the defense of the sector from Sharkies and pirates, we'll give you a piece of the base to settle down in. You'll need a translocator to get to the base quickly. There's a workshop a few miles to the north. They'll give you the device. To learn more about your prospects, talk to the bartender. His name is Leadeye. You'll find the Whale's Tail Bar in the north of the city. Once again, your base is now in 3 Whales. After a lecture at the bar, don't forget to pick up the translocator from the North Workshop. The mayor of 3 Whales is always at your service, Captain. 3 Whale City is open for you, Captain, until you get into the blacklist. You can visit the mayor, sheriff, post station, and the trading post.
I saw you talking to the mayor. Don't trust him. He's a coward and a bore. Cool guys should avoid people like him. Well, I saw you beat the Sharkies. Not too shabby. You sure have some Navy backer skills. I'm Helga Tearaway. But I can't chat right now. I'll be waiting for you at the bar. Try hiring sailors while you're there.
Nice! This trove was worth the effort. So many cool things. There's even a fishing rod.
Captain, the hull is damaged. We've got nothing to repair it with.
Hello, Captain. I can see it in your eyes. You're new here and haven't decided what you want to do yet. In our world, all paths are open for a newcomer. Pick the one that suits you. See for yourself. If you like risk and nighttime raids, befriend a courier gang and become a smuggler. Illegal tea and coffee are in high and stable demand. If law and order is your motto, join the ranks of the Rangers and intercept smuggling vessels. You'll earn glory in the respects of honest citizens. If the word law makes you sick, then become a pirate and rob rich caravans. It's quick money, but also constant risk. Headhunters will be on your tail at all times. If a black flag is not to your liking, make money on contracts to destroy pirate ships. Traders are ready to handsomely reward anyone who makes their routes any safer. The most meticulous and stubborn can become underwater explorers. Find deposits of valuable resources on the ocean floor before others and, well, get rich. This is the path of a true explorer. If you're good with numbers and capable of thinking a few moves ahead, you cannot venture out to sea at all. Play the stock market and buy and sell stuff others have extracted. Less romance, but more money. Well, anyway, you'll get your place where you can build your dream settlement. There you will build your new ships, experimenting and combining until you achieve the perfect combination of properties of your own supership. The most important thing, rumor has it that an ancient Chinese nuclear icebreaker sank in this sector. The biggest nuclear vessel of the ancient world, in fact. Whoever manages to find and salvage that monster can found their own private sector in the ocean and be in total control. 100 times cooler than any major. What else can I help you with? Yes, there was one in here looking for work. He ran off somewhere but should be back any minute. Our establishment is always at your service, Captain. Our establishment is always at your service, Captain.
What do you want, newbie? Are you talking to me? Have you lost your mind? Who the hell are you to hire me? And that's it? You think you can get away with just an apology? I'll tear you limb from limb for insulting me like that. I'll have to teach you a lesson, you impudent newbie. My boat, the Dead Scuttlefish, is riding at anchor to the north of the bar. I'll wait for you there. Get your boat ready for a battle.
Quite a hothead you are. You only just came and already got into a fight with the Cuttlefish captain. Are you deathless or just fearless? Well, never mind. I have a lot to tell you. About the most important, of course. Everyone here is lying, especially to the newbies. I heard the bartender blabber on about pirates and headhunters. What a load of bull. You can trust me, though. Quiet! It's dangerous to chat in here. Someone might be listening. Meet me in North Workshop after you deal with the Cuttlefish captain. I'll introduce you to an important man. You'll learn how to get even cooler. And how to become a pirate. Maybe.
Captain, do you see that visitor? This is the manager of your base. Meet him if you have time.
Is this your vessel? Seriously? Oh, you decided to teach the captain of the dead scuttlefish a lesson on this tub? I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. You do realize I can sink your tiny boat with a single volley? Or just crush it with the prow? My scuttlefish won't even notice it. Lad, I don't fight kids. How about you build yourself a proper gunboat first, and then come find me and teach me a lesson? If you can, of course.
230 feet long? Captain, we'll be able to build an even larger ship. Captain, I see the flying bubble to the west. It's your new acquaintances. Shall we go see them?
Captain, the hull is damaged. We've got nothing to repair it.
We found weapons for you, Drifter. Sharkies have just robbed a caravan next to those rocks to the north. If you hurry up, you'll be able to grab their loot. By the way, you better put some protection on your boat's hull. If you see barrels in the sea, pick them up. They'll come in handy. If we see a lot of barrels somewhere, we'll let you know. We are always glad to see you.
Nice trophies. After you mount them on the deck, you can switch the weapon use.
Cap, the mayor said
Hi, Drifter. I'm Crankshaft, the best mechanic in this sector. I can repair any tub. You're a newbie, aren't you? And you came here for a translocator? You're lucky, buddy. Here's the last one. There's a lot of newcomers in the sector, so these gadgets are, well, they're flying off the shelves. Activate the device by selecting the translocator. You can use this to instantly move between settlements you've visited at least once. 3 whales and my workshop are already in it. Take this receiver for communication. It'll be useful. Usually captains build their boats themselves on their own bases. But you are a newbie. Try to contact the 7 Feet shipyard. Maybe you'll settle on a reasonable price. It's to the east, not very far from here. For starters, here's my advice. Make shields for your boat, or at least hang wheels on the topsides.
Hey, newbie. This is Tornado. He's a serious guy, unlike the mayor.
Hey, rookie. Helga told me you defeated Sharkies around 3 whales. If you're really cool, you and I are gonna be friends. Don't think about it, sailor. First, you need a good ship and a decent crew. And a good ship can only be built or taken away from a weakling.
Have you heard anything about PvP? It's in the volcano sector. You'll get the coordinates when the time comes. If you're deemed worthy, Billy Bonds will come for you himself.
First, go buy a better boat. You'll get the shipbuilder's address from the mechanic. Then you can rely on fate. A good enemy will make you into a great captain. And be sure to level up your sailors.
Don't be afraid. PvP needs brave, risky captains. I hope you're one of them.
Find enough.
Captain, I see a barrel. Shall we pick it up? Captain, we'll sink soon. Hurry, enter emergency mode.
We know where you can find lots of barrels, around the Ladle Archipelago. The rocks there look like ladles. It's where the first colonist bases used to be. You can always find old broken pontoons made of barrels there. One more thing. On your way, you'll see an old weather station. It's usually called Mermaid's Tower. You might want to check it out. It could come in handy. There's a convenient road right to it. A road, you know? A non-modal sea current, if that makes more sense to you. Anyway, this road will take you almost to Mermaid's Tower.
Over there in the distance. burning there. The Sharkies must have sunk a courier. We should go up to it and check whether anything valuable is still there. Captain, we'll sink soon. Hurry, enter emergency mode. Oh no, it's coffee! I suggest we chuck it overboard this instant. The Rangers will arrest us if they discover we have coffee on board. Captain, there's a fortune teller living in a tower nearby. Maybe we should visit her? What if she can help you get over your amnesia?
Mermaid the fortune teller here. Who are you? Admission is by referral only. Actually, I'm very busy, but I happen to have a free minute now. Anyway, you may come in.
My name is Mermaid. I'm a 10th generation seer and fortune teller. This magic tower has been in my family since the old days, before the flood. Huh. You are either blind or rude. Get to the point. Judging by the look of you, you're new. Amnesia bothering you? Then what would you like to know about? I'll get you an answer from the astral plane. Your first question is free. Huh, land? You want to waste your one free question on senseless drivel? Where have you come from, Drifter? How could you know there's land in the world? Yes, as it turns out, I saw you standing on the sun. The endless sand stretched the horizon, and there was a strange ship on wheels next to you. No idea. You'd have to ask brainiacs about that. I'm just a psychic. You know what, Drifter? Look for brainiacs yourself. The fortune telling's over for today. I need to rest. No. The magic tower is closed for today. I'm very tired of you.
Submersible. It's my...
Haven't seen you for a while, Captain. Thank you for accepting my bro into your crew. Just imagine, there's an ancient locator complex just here, right underneath us. I found a useful thing for you there. A working battery. Here, take it. It'll come in handy. What else can I do for you, Captain? The smartest? I don't really know. Ask Dutchman. He's an engineer, after all. He should know.
Captain, it's a battery. An old one for sure. But if we mount it on the boat, we'll be able to speed boats longer.
the Ladle Archipelago. Oh, Captain, we need to look for pontoons. They're made of barrels.
Hello, Captain. My name is Titus. I build boats and ships. 7 Foot is a trustworthy brand. What brought you here? You have a good barge. With proper care, it'll last a long time. I can offer you a Njord boat or Sanya longboat. The boat is faster, but the longboat is more spacious. It's a deal, Captain, but I don't need corks. As payment for my work, I need you to get me 100 kilos of explosives. How can I help you, Captain? There aren't many smart people around. The majority of the sector's population are either harmlessly dim or frighteningly stupid. I think you might have noticed that yourself. Well, I guess I'm not a fool. Although I wouldn't really call myself smart. The 7 Foot shipyard is at your service, Captain.
Captain, I see the flying bubble. The ghosts probably know where to get explosives.
Hi, Sharp-eyed Drifter. How can we help you?
You know, Drifter, we don't divide people into smart and stupid. What really matters for us is whether they're good or bad. You can find explosives deep underwater, where there's old ammo on the ocean floor. Armor will probably be able to teach you. She's an expert in everything you find on the seabed.
She's actually waiting for us in the Bobber Club right now, having some downtime after a long underwater raid. Join us, Drifter. The Bobber's not far at all. We are always glad to see you.
Hi, Captain.
I'm Ricardo Diaz, the owner of the Bower Club, the most chic establishment in our sector. Is it your first time here? The Bower is the ideal place to relax. We've got a wide range of entertainment for wealthy captains. We're always happy to welcome you and your corks. The Bower's at your service, Captain. Your friends are waiting for you on the round couch.
Here's our drifter at last. Emma was so happy to hear you'd be dropping by.
Hi there, Drifter. This is my favorite club. I always come here to relax after a long day. How are you doing?
Hi, Captain. You wanted to ask Emma about finding explosives. Hurry up and ask before she drinks all the tea in the club.
Quit heaping slander on a poor little girl like me. I know my limits when it comes to tea. What do you want to know about explosives, Drifter? Easier to show you than explain. Especially when you're goggling at that dancer and are clearly in no state to learn. Go see Heatsink, the trader. It's not far from here. Buy a resource scanner and mount it on your boat. I'll finish my tea and catch up with you.
Captain, if you want to know anything about our sector, I'd be happy to tell you. Jared, you met him? I won't say anything bad about him, but you're pretty new to the sector. How do you know him? Sorry, this will be the last time I see you, Captain. I was afraid he sent you. I hired him for a job once to take out the competition. It's a title I had to earn. But Jared almost ruined my career. He's a maniac with no principles and no breaks. He's insane. It's a long story. But I had to pay him off with a lot of money to get him off my back.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
Hi, Drifter. They call me Pippi. Don't ask me why. I'm the best mechanic in this sector. I can repair any tub. How can I help you?
Just berthed. Attaboy, now cast off. This is volcano territory. We don't have room for any old ballast.
Look! The whale is right under us! Oh, it's so big!
Hello there, Drifter. What brings you here? Don't flatter me, I'm just earnest. Moby Dick was the name of my best friend. He died, saving me, and his skeleton adorns this island now, so that we would never be parted again. Can I help you?
There's no critical damage, Captain.
Hello, Captain. The Giraffe Bar is glad to have you. If you were looking for sailors for your crew, now is not the best moment. Courier's hired everyone. What business do you have in my bar?
Oh, keep it down. It's best not to draw his attention. He's a really bad guy. One time, he took his boat to a workshop to get fixed for some reason.
He's a shipwright himself and repairs his own ships. So when someone else was working on his boat, he watched them like a hawk. And he loved their work. Here comes the bad part.
Critical damage has been repaired, Captain.
If you want to top up your...
Emergency mode.
There's no critical damage, Captain. Captain, there's another hole.
Captain, we'll sink soon. Hurry, enter emergency mode.
Captain, there's another hole.
Soon. Hurry, enter emergency mode.
Captain, there's another hole. There's no critical damage, Captain.
Soon. Hurry, enter emergency mode.
Woo! Critical damage has been repaired, Captain. There's no critical damage, Captain.
can I help you?
emergency mode.
Hi, stranger. I haven't seen you before. Kagawa trade posts will help you make some money. We sell special goods and the prices change all the time. Watch the prices at different trade posts. Buy cheap, sell expensive. You'll get rich. Kagawa trade posts are apolitical and open to all. Are you looking for something specific? Or do you just want to sell your surplus trash? Agreed. A scanner is a must. That'll be 100 cogs. Kagawa trade posts will help you make some money. We sell special goods, and the prices change all the time. Watch the prices at different trade posts. Buy cheap, sell expensive, you'll get rich. We have all sorts of people among us. Mostly, they are prudent and enterprising, of course. I can't think of any smart ones.
Captain, open the constructor, select the scanner.
Captain, I see Ama's craft. She'll tell us where to look for explosives.
Oh, there you are. Did you get the scanner? It's simple. Turn the boat toward the source of the signal. Focus on the semicircular line on the scanner sensor. Yeah, try it out. There's a shipwreck not far away. I'll be waiting for you there. I bet I'll get there before you. you're right above one of them.
Captain, open the menu and select cargo hold to open your inventory. Select the echo sounder and press the on button. Great. We have enough explosives. We can go back for a new boat.
You're on time. I've just finished working on your longboat. By the way, Dutchman and Flying were looking for you from a hot air balloon. It seems they have some kind of gift for you. They're waiting for you nearby. The 7-foot shipyard is at your service, Captain.
Captain, don't forget to mount the weapons and other equipment on the deck of the new boat. Captain, I can see the balloon not far off.
No critical damage, Captain.
boat, Captain. Congratulations! We have a little gift for you. Some paint. You'll be able to paint your new vessel. Problems? Not at all. Our friends come over with hydrogen and gifts. Sharkies are our friends. Sharkies are just like humans. There are wonderful friends, charming girls, and heroic men among them. I see, you're a prisoner of stereotypes. When you're next in the bobber, we'll have a surprise for you. Yes, we're having a party there with Ama. She's still celebrating the end of her latest dive. We are always glad to see you.
Oh, it's so lonely up here sometimes. No one sees us ghosts. Visit us more often, will you?
Captain, your friends are waiting at the same place.
Here's our drifter. Dutchman says hi. He's busy fixing cylinders and senses a...
This place is really awesome. Like I said, it's my favorite club.
I promised you a surprise, didn't I? Meet Shia. I remember you couldn't take your eyes off her last time.
Pleased to meet you, Captain. Flying's told me so much about you. My name is Shia, and I'm from the Sharkey tribe. A mutant pirate, as you call us.
I bet you've only ever seen them through the crosshair of a machine gun.
I'm not surprised. After all, Sharkies have been at war with humans for a very long time. I owe my popularity in Bobber to the local rabbles' taste for the exotic. They get a kick out of the mutant girl dancing for them. All right. Our legends say that the ancestors of the modern-day Sharkies came here in 4 nuclear submarines a very long time ago. The submarines were used to evacuate the families of certain high-ranking humans and soldiers.
That's right. The ancestors of the Sharkies built a city on the 4 submarines. It was called Fang back then. They soon managed to start providing for themselves and making things. The legends call that time the Golden Era.
Sometime later, the reactor of one of the submarines exploded, and it had to be sunk. The 3 that remained were used to urgently transport the city to another area of the sector. Many people died, but almost immediately the city gained new residents.
As the city of Fang was being hastily evacuated, another huge vessel sank in our sector, a cruise liner. It was also carrying rich, ancient humans, but they were from another country.
Our ancestors rescued the humans from the liner, found room for them on the submarines, and gave them water, food, and jobs. We hoped that together we'd be able to rebuild Fang, despite the devastating losses. But after a while, the people we'd saved waited until half of the Fang warriors left for a distant raid and attacked their saviors. They slaughtered most of the men and took over the city.
Yo, Drifter. Aren't 3 chicks too many for just one guy? The sea gods say we should share. The mutant's coming with me. You can keep the rest. And don't get in my way, or it can get worse. You wanna do this the hard way? Gonna talk back to the scavengers? You are so screwed, Drifter. We'll sink your boat, wipe out your crew, and then take the mutants anyway. We'll wait for you behind the nearest jumper. Don't take too long. There's a 2-way jumper east of here. Are you dumb? A regular jumper! A translocator, damn it!
The teleporter is somewhere nearby.
Wow, it's a two-way teleporter.
Let's go back to the bobber via the translocator.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
Shia has been kidnapped. Before we could do anything, some bandits dragged her off.
To some boat. We only heard the engine noise. They looked like the ones you left to fight.
A couple of bruises, no big deal. I'm heading to the submersible straight away. We have to rescue Shia.
I got bludgeoned. Take me back to Dutchman. I'm afraid to stay here.
Hey, Drifter! How was the party in the bobber? Nobody hit on flying while I wasn't there, right? Holy smokes. Thank you for rescuing flying. I owe you. I saw some scavengers' boats. They were speeding over to the Three Chimneys. It must be them who took Shire. Oh, it's so lonely up here sometimes. No one sees us ghosts.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
Greetings, Drifter. This is our outpost. All contact with the scavengers is only possible here. We don't let strangers into our stronghold. What do you want, Drifter? We're not selling anything right now. It's the season of sacrifice. Come back later. You're confused. The scavengers never kidnap people. Perhaps your friend isn't human. She... Wait. I hope you're not talking about the mutant dancer from the Bobby Club. I recommend not making friends with mutants, Drifter. That could end badly for you. Think about it. You could live a long, happy life. I told you, it's the season of sacrifice. Our warriors catch sharky mutants and sacrifice them to the sea gods. The priest needed a few more females, so your friend had a lot of young warriors hunting her down. I hope she's already been fed to the sharks. If they manage to catch enough female mutants, that is. Sacrifices are very important to the sea gods. Surely you realize that, unless you're completely insane. In the stronghold, of course. You don't seriously think sacrifices to the sea gods can be offered just anywhere. But you'll never make it to the stronghold. You're still a weakling, Drifter.
There's nothing to repair it with, Captain.
You're not welcome here, Drifter. Clear off while you're still in one piece. Otherwise your boat will be ours and all your sailors too. The season of sacrifice is in full swing, you know. It's a bad idea to talk to the scavengers like that. Your friend was fed to the sharks long ago. If you don't disappear right now, you'll be shark food too.
We've been waiting for you, Drifter. We can't save Shia without you.
Experience shows that scavengers lie all the time. I took a submersible down into their stronghold and saw Shia in a cage.
Now is a good time for an assault. The scavengers' fleet is out on a raid, so there aren't many of them left in the stronghold. We'll give you air cover.
Are you ready to begin the assault?
nothing to repair it with, Captain. There's nothing to repair it with, Captain. There's no critical damage, Captain. Captain. Critical damage has been repaired, Captain.
You're lucky that almost all our warriors are out raiding for sharkies, Drifter. Otherwise, the only way you'd have gotten into the stronghold is in chains. Your mutant is in the cage. We planned to feed the sharks by sunset, but it was too late. There she is, hanging above the center of the stronghold. You got a balloon with you as well. You actually came well prepared, huh, Drifter? You're an idiot. You just killed dozens of noble warriors and made mortal enemies of the scavengers. All for some mutant girl. Get...
We left the battle zone.
Captain, I can't thank you enough. I'd already kissed my life goodbye and have no doubt I'd be spending my final moments in a shark's mouth. I'll be forever in your debt. I'm not going back to the club. After all this, I'm done with it. Let me join your crew, Captain. You won't regret it. I'm from the Sharky tribe, after all, and we're the best sailors in the world.
You're a true hero, Drifter. And if you let Shia join your crew, you'll be a benefactor too.
What is there to think about? Nobody sails better than sharkies.
Absolutely. Consider yourself very lucky. You thought you were saving a pretty girl, but you actually saved a natural-born sailor.
So, Captain, will you hire me? Aye, aye, Captain. One more thing. I heard from flying that you were looking for some particularly smart people. Back at the club, I had a certain fan, let's say. He was a regular and often invited me to visit him. I'm just some girl, but I'd say there's nobody in the world smarter than him. His name is Diogenes.
Captain, the hull is damaged. We've got nothing to repair it with.
To what do I owe your visit, young man? Of course. Where else would a thinking individual live? Although, it's not a barrel, it's a cistern tank. My name is Diogenes. Not Shark Gangs, but Sharky's gangs. The tribe's name is Sharky. I've never quarreled with them. But I read. Books are rare these days. And there's nothing more useful and interesting in the world. I buy them whenever I can find them. Take note. You'll be able to make money, too. You're by no means a stupid fellow, Captain. Have you brought me a book, by any chance? What's this I see? Is that Shia the Beautiful with you? Oh, welcome to my modest quarters, then. I am very glad to see you in my humble abode, especially you, Shia. What kind of a serious talk awaits us? How to find land. This question is a thorny one. There is not and cannot be a definite answer to it.
Come on, Dio, please. I'm really, really begging you.
Then look at my old tablet and heed my words. As everyone knows, the old world was flooded. The sea levels rose gradually for decades, and in the end, only tiny islands and mountaintops remained above the surface. So, presumably, large areas of land must remain only where there were ancient large mountain ranges. The coordinates of those mountains are known to us from ancient maps. The problem is we don't know our exact location, and it determines the direction we have to sail to reach land. Therefore, we must first determine our location. I imagine you are about to ask me how we can do that. I have 17 hypotheses that we can use to determine our location with reasonable accuracy. I call my first hypothesis the elevation one. To determine our location, you will need to mark all the high ground you encounter on your voyages on your map. We'll need as many marks as possible, otherwise the method won't work.
Dio, we'll do our best. I promise.
Then don't interrupt. Watch and listen carefully. We will compare the resulting diagram with ancient elevation maps. And with luck, if we have sufficient marks made with enough precision, we'll find an adequate match on ancient maps. The disadvantage of this method is that it'll take a very long time to collect enough data, although the task itself is simple. If there aren't enough marks, we won't find an unambiguous match. Of course,
Picking items of ancient civilizations up off the seabed is part of our life. We look for metal, and wood, and plastic. But sometimes we pick up unique objects such as statues, decorations, or fragments of buildings. Ancient reference books and encyclopedias contain images and descriptions of some of these artifacts. And this will help us ascertain which countries of the pre-flood world they were found in before the catastrophe. For example, pre-flood China used to make ceramic warriors for some reason. If we find a life-size terracotta warrior, that means China is underneath us. If we see the Statue of Liberty, it's North America below. And if we pull out a Venus with broken off hands, we're above Europe. There are 15 more hypotheses left. Listen carefully. Get down to business then. Mark all the high ground you encounter on the map and keep an eye out for any ancient artifacts. If you do come across any, let me know.
By the way, the Bobber Club has been redecorated recently. There are all sorts of antiquities there now.
Captain, if you're planning to go to the Bobber, there's a handy jumper not far from here. That'll shave off a couple of miles.
Captain, the hull is damaged. We've got nothing to repair it with.
add these rocks to the list for Diogenes.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
I'll add these rocks to the list for Diogenes.
There's no critical damage, Captain.
It's so nice of you to stop by, Captain. Could you help the poor girl? I don't know what to do, and it's terrible. I'm very scared and lonely, Captain.
My father is a shark hunter. After a giant man-eating shark killed my brother, my father went to look for it and get his revenge. He never came back. I'm afraid the shark will kill him too. Please bring my father back. Thank you! I think you'll be able to find him to the south of here. The same monster shark was seen there. I'm sure my father went that way. I'm very scared and lonely, Cap. Sharky bikers have been great. Be careful.
The 7-foot shipyard is